Alright, so if you've seen my latest video or any of my live streams the past week, you know that I wasn't a big fan of the idea of Element Cup. Personally, I won't be playing much Element Cup though, I think it's a big waste of dust. But then a friend of mine convinced me about the powers of Bullet Seed Lileep. Now, for those of you unaware, Bullet Seed on Lileep is a legacy move, but not just any legacy move. It's one of those like super legacy moves. You can't even elite TM Bullet Seed onto your Lileep. The only way of getting it was by TMing it in like a 1 hour window, like a year ago, when Niantic made a mistake when adding a Bullet Seed to Cordeli's move pool. Now, I'm lucky to be in the possession of not just 1, but 3 of these suckers. So I saw this as a good opportunity to flex my extreme wealth. And honestly, I had more fun than I expected in the process. So thank you, Xevious. Because of Lileep's unique Grass Rock typing and its unique charge move coverage with Ancient Power and a Grass Knot, it's able to put up a big fight versus a lot of the meta. Of course, because it's a Grass type, it's able to beat like all the waters. But because of the Rock type coverage, it's able to put up a good fight against the Fire type as well. Now the biggest struggle are the Grass types, because of course Lileep is taking neutral from Grass moves and the Grass types are taking resisted back. But with a little bit of energy advantage, Lileep can still put in a lot of damage with Ancient Power. And if you get a boost, like, that's even better. Now, of course, I'm gonna be combining Lileep with Ducklett together. They form a perfect core. Lileep beats basically everything that Ducklett dies to, like Clauncher and Chinchou, and I think Slugma. And then I'll also be pairing Lileep with Vulpix, because Vulpix can of course deal with other grass types, and I already had a Vulpix build from Little Cup, so that was a nice and cheap investment. Running Vulpix with Quick Attack, Weather Ball, Body Slam, by the way, because Quick Attack seems very, very good in this meta, especially as a safe swap, because it can still put in a lot of work versus water types. Talking about water types, by the way, my opponent was leading a Frillish and has a Weasel on the back. This was actually a friend of mine. We happened to queue up. He happened to queue up into me in his first battle, and he went in with auto-wrecked by accident. So this is not his real team, but it was pretty funny. Look at this Bullet Seed go from Lileep. Here comes a Buju. It's a grass type. Let's see how much his Ancient Power does on this Buju. By the way, this is just one set. I did one set with this team. I only had one set yesterday left for Element. So this is not really a great representation of the team. But if you want to see more battles with this squad, let me know. I'll definitely can definitely make another video with it. All right, very tough lead. Chinchou, probably the hardest for Ducklett. I'll go into Vulpix, because even though it is a fire type that I'm switching into a water type, like, it's really not that bad of a matchup, because Body Slam is so spammy because of Quick Attack. And they really start to add up. Opponent brings in Ducklett. I'm assuming this is a Bubble Beam, so I'll let it go, because it's a pretty weak move. But it still does a lot of damage. Like, that's one thing I've noticed in this meta. Everything is quite squishy. Even resisted moves or like weak moves like Bubble Beam do quite a lot of damage. Like the Body Slam I just hit earlier also did like a chunk, a very good chunk. Bring my Ducklett right here. Opponent goes for the Brave Bird. Honestly, I was expecting this to KO, because again, it moves to a lot of damage, but it doesn't KO. Puts me very, very low. Now I wanna keep. I could consider farming, just letting my Ducklett go, farming down with the Leap, but I want to keep my Ducklett alive, because Chinchou is definitely gonna debuff me with Bubble Beam. And I want a swap available so I can reset my debuff. In comes a Vulpix. Now this is a fire type versus a grass type, but I think I'm fine here because of the Ancient Power, of course. Thing is though, Ancient Power is kind of a weak move. But because everything is so squishy, it should still do a good chunk. I shoot up the Vulpix Body Slam, because that's the highest hitting move as well. In goes the Ancient Power. That's a good chunk. I need to hit 2 more though, because they're definitely gonna shoot this one, and then I gotta hit another one after that. This might not be over still. If the Vulpix gets to 2 more Weather Balls, I might be in like Bubble Beam range for a Chinchou. Shield this one up right here. Don't want to take that damage. Hopefully I get to another one before Vulpix gets to the Weather Ball. If I do, this should basically be game over. Alright, go for the Ancient Power right here. Maybe get a boost? No boost for me. In comes Chinchou. They're gonna Bubble Beam right here. Which will actually do a good chunk. I mean, it's just a Bubble Beam, but like, everything is quite squishy. Like, another one of those with some chip will probably kill me. I switch out because I'm expecting to win CMP, and I don't want to have an attack drop and throw the grass on. I don't win CMP, and I think if this is a Thunderbolt, I die. But they throw a Bubble Beam and I survive, and this debuffed Grass Knot should still KO. So kind of an unnecessary risk, because this still KOs, but it worked out. So GG to my opponent right there. Alright, good lead. Houndour, very interesting pick. Income Seal, I saw water typing, I went into Lileep immediately, but it's a Seal with Ice Shard, which is not great for Lileep, of course, because Ice does hit for super effective, but look at this, I am getting to this move so quickly. I will definitely shoot this up. I kind of want switch, because I'm assuming them to have like a Chinchou in the back, like a good answer for Ducklett, since they're leading a Ducklett weak lead. So I really do want switch. I'm just gonna keep throwing Grass Knots. Honestly, I could have baited here too, because I think a shield here from them is quite obvious. But I just went straight Grass Knot, and I think I still get there before the third Aqua Tail, and that I do. Get switch. I might still be able to get off Ancient Power versus the Houndour. That'd be quite nice. But these Embers, I think, are doing too much damage. So I'll go down. In comes Ducklett. In comes their own Ducklett. And now we're both shields down, so I'm just gonna Brave Bird. But they Bubble Beam before I can, which is smart, because from that range, Brave Bird would have probably KO'd. They Bubble Beam, so the Brave Bird doesn't KO, but it will still do a lot of damage, like a lot of damage. I'll throw it, go into Vulpix, farm it down with Quick Attack, before they get to the Bubble Beam, and now a Body Slam should be able to KO this Houndour, or get very close with the additional Quick Attacks. Should be able to take this. I'm running Bubble Beam on Ducklett, by the way. There's considerations to be made for Aerial Ace as well, but I just like Bubble Beam. It's a nice bait move and nice utility as well. You know, moves here hit for very hard, so being able to debuff, I think is quite nice. Confusion Slowpoke, I think, is a really underrated pick in this meta. It basically hits everything for hard. Like, even, I think some of the hardest threats are like grass types, but all the grass types are part poison as well. And like Chinchou, but like Confusion still hit Chinchou very hard. Like, my Lileep was only hit by like one Confusion, and that's like almost 10%. It's pretty crazy, pretty crazy. They bring in Growlithe, Shadow Growlithe, shiny actually. Holy shit! But one Ancient Power just one shot. They didn't know what was coming. My God. All right, come on. Another Ancient Power on this Ducklett. Like Lileep, also a pretty good, decent Ducklett answer. Though if you get baited, like, it's still not great. Brave Bird still basically KOs, and Ancient Power is pretty weak move. To be honest, I think a Grass Knot does more than a super effective Ancient Power. So I probably should have considered going for that instead. This is still fine. I go into Vulpix, because they did lead something weak to Ducklett. Damn, I already forgot the lead. Shit. Oh no. What was the lead? What was the lead? I think they led something weak to Ducklett, didn't they? Oh shit, I shoot this up. Oh, it was the Slowpoke, of course. It's not weak to Ducklett, but I'd rather have Ducklett on the Slowpoke than my Vulpix. So this is fine. I go for one Body Slam. And I hope to farm this down, but I can't farm it down. They get to another Side Shock, but this is fine. I can just farm both of these mons down with my own Ducklett, and I should be fine. Yeah, farm down the Slowpoke. Now farm down the Ducklett, the opposing Ducklett, and there we go. That is a GG. This is the final match. Ducklett into Vulpix. Very good matchup. This is where having Bubble Beam really does help. Against most of the fire types, you kind of need Bubble Beam to beat them reliably. I think you actually lose this matchup with Aerial Ace. But with Bubble Beam, they are very nice. I go for the Brave Bird here straight up, but honestly, like, a shield is pretty obvious. Probably could have baited. But it's good. I get the shield. I bring in my Lileep. Tentacool, pretty interesting pick though. Very interesting pick. This thing runs Poison Sting and Bubble Beam, so he gets there very quickly. And I should have thrown my move immediately, but I make a mistake and I overfarm. And now they get another Bubble Beam, meaning my Grass Knot will do less damage than it should have if I just threw immediately. I think I'm still fine though. We'll get quite close though now. I think. Go for the Grass Knot. This should still do a decent chunk. Hitting resisted though. And now I think an Ancient Power will KO, so I'll throw it. Take this Bubble Beam though. It will do some good damage. Put me into the red probably. That's fine. At this point, don't think I really need switch. If I get shield advantage, that'd be fine as well. So if they shield this, I'll just let my Lileep go. But I get the boost. I get the boost. Meaning, I will probably survive this Bubble Beam. Probably. I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm sure. I've played this game. But yeah, we survive because of the boost. And now this Ancient Power will KO the Tentacle as well. And we will regain Switch, which is very, very nice. What do they bring in now into my Lileep? It is the Vulpix, so yeah, having switched advantage here is quite nice. I won't shield this next Body Slam because I do have a lot of health, and with a Vulpix Lead, I am expecting something like a Chinchou in the back. Some answer to Ducklett, right? I think a Chinchou is probably most obvious. It's oddish, interesting, but look at these Razor Leaf chunk my fire type. Like, these Razor Leaves do more than Quick Attack, even though they're resisted. That's just insane. Luckily, I get to the Weather Ball quite quickly, take out his oddish. In comes Vulpix once again. All I need to do is get to this Body Slam, charge it up, and that is game over, because this will definitely take out the Vulpix. That is a GG. That's a final match as well. Hopefully you enjoyed these battles. I definitely enjoyed Element Cup so far more than I was expecting to. To be honest though, this was a 5-0. Like, I did one set 5-0. Of course I'm gonna enjoy it. I will definitely try Element Cup some more. If you want to see more videos, by the way, let me know on Element Cup, I mean. Let me know in the comments. I'll be running the same team because I really don't want to spend more dust. But if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments. Also post more Master League videos because I think that's also a very fun meta. Anyway, good luck in your battles. See you next time.